So we're playing a little bit more red-white burn today. The last time we played this deck, it felt super reasonable in terms of how competitive it was, but we ran like colder than ice, and I actually didn't end up getting games I was happy with posting to the daily deck channel of it, so we're gonna jam it some more today. I think this deck's super reasonable slash competitive in this format. I think it's plethora of cheap removal spells make it pretty reasonable in the white aggro matchup, and then with things like Showdown, you're actually able to grind out the control decks a little bit, while also applying pressure to things like the Epiphany decks in the format. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this one and see how it feels today. Yes, that was the day that Magic Missile bugging cost us a match. Yeah, this is fine. Tap land and untap land and 2-drops. Morning Chulk. The best card in the Cemetery cycle. Probably the red or the blue. I'll lead on the Haste Stork here, because if they kill this, we can Cemetery Gatekeeper a card next turn. Then I think we just Eruption the Magda here, because I want them to not have a Chariot on 3, ideally. Flame Chandler seems fine. Hopefully hit a land drop here. Nice. Nailed it. Activated my trap card. Yeah, Fertile Grasp when you're playing the burn deck is a good way to start the day. Hey, no more creatures for you. Gatekeeper is symmetrical. Deal Reno. Things you love to see. It. Crunch. Yeah, I think I like just making him have it there. Just crunch him down. This is definitely a Valorous Stance matchup. I think it's a Burning Hands matchup. Merry Thanksgiving Eve. They didn't have that many green things. I'm not a huge fan of Goblin Guide as a Magic card, but I think Eidolon of the Great Revolt is a pretty fair card. Don't be afraid, just play your Cemetery Gatekeepers out as 2-drops in spots like this. Just want to put your board presence into play. It's a pretty good turn 4. Sometimes you have 16 ways to kill their 2-drop and just don't have any of them. Heavy, I think we can keep it. It's technically 2 spells. If I just Showdown of the Skalds, it'll be plenty good. Yeah, I don't know that I'm a fan of Chandra. I don't know that we need card advantage past 4 Showdowns. This format isn't super rewarding for grinding. The nice thing about Showdown is that, like, it also kills your opponent because it puts a bunch of counters on things. Yeah, but if you're just, like, gonna be dealing 1 damage per turn with a card, like, there's much better. We're not ramping into anything in this deck. Like, you have better options than, like, playing a Planeswalker. I don't understand your question, Silver Oak. Morning, Dwight. Oh, this deck list is the deck that someone played in the Hooglandia Open a couple weeks ago. Close to it, at least. Chat, I don't track deck ownership. It's such a stupid idea. There's like 800 different, like, what this deck isn't innovative. It's just like all the red and white cards that deal damage. It's really not a complex process to arrive at. Hey, thanks for the 40 months and the tier 3 socio. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. Well, fuck. Wait, what? Friendo. Why didn't they crew their chariot and attack me for 4? I think we're probably still dead, but they definitely messed up. Yeah, maybe they wanted defense from this. That's fair. All right, now we're dead because the top of their deck is unbeatable. We were kind of playing a game of Magic. Take one more draw to Showdown to get gas back up. Guess this lets us crack for 5? 6, actually. There is not. Prostat. Tapping this is part of its activated ability. Is that lethal? That's 4, 10, 14. Actually, they actually have lethal without the land. That's fine. They didn't have any lines to not be dead there. Chariot into chariot will do that to you. All of the creature lands are in that cycle are very playable. I think the white one's probably the worst, but like it's the worst of like a group of very playable cards, so. Our Gatekeeper should get some damage in here. Hopefully we draw an untapped land next turn and get to Showdown. Gatekeeper got in 2 points of damage before it died. It's fine. Getting kicked anytime soon. I forget. What do rare borderless cards cost? Are they 600 gems or 1,000? I think they're 600. 600 gems is $3. If so, I can check after the match. Okay. Okay. So these two basically cancel each other out. You do have to pay the one extra here for these, but that's fine. This is now big enough to block Faceless Haven, which is great. It leaves the extra Sacred Fire because of the Protector's Shield, but it is. We want to get this going just so we can have more counters on our things next turn. That's pretty good. Just chilling for the time being. Solidly ahead at this point. Showdown of the Skalds doing its best Hydroid Croesus impersonation this game. It's like, and for my next trick, definitely want the Scrollwielder and the Cathar at the top end. I don't think it's unreasonable to miss Croesus. Croesus was a sweet card. It was the last time, what's it called? It was really good. Mid-range, right? Remember when Hydroid Croesus and Carnage Tyrant were the most offensive cards Magic the Gathering had to offer? Just sweet, sweet summer children. Had not been burned by fire design yet. Magic Arena was a quality piece of software that was exceeding all of our expectations. Yeah, we were so young, so naive. I don't think this deck needs help against aggro. I mean, to be fair, Ensnaring Bridge and Blood Moon are still rancid dog shit cards. I just don't play formats where they're legal anymore. Nah, I think scrying for a land is wrong. I'd rather give myself a chance to high roll and hit the land naturally and be able to play the showdown on curve. Because I'm guaranteed to not play showdown if I upkeep the play with fire, whereas if I don't upkeep the play with fire, I have a chance to play it that turn. I mean, to be fair, the opponent's archetype is basically Banisher Priest Tribal. The turn we Sacred Fired on 2 mana. No, I definitely want to kill their 2-drop that turn, Caker. Play with fire only scries if it hits the opponent's dome. It doesn't scry if I kill their creature. Just conceding to our Scroll Wielder there. One of the reasons to play it, that card puts mono white in the ground if it lives. And they played all their Skyclaves on my earlier threats. Well, to be fair, Disinformation Campaign wasn't ever really a meta card. It was like somewhat fringe playable for a second, but... Oh, by the way, for the Pokemon Unite fans in the audience, I posted a video set with Wigglypoof this morning for the first time. Pokemon's actually a lot of fun. I wish I'd tried it sooner. I am planning to do 2 standard and 2 historic decks for deck voting. So chat's gonna get to decide if we do more standard after this or if we do some historic. Get your avocado votes ready if you have a strong opinion on it. Yeah, we play quick matches with our kids quite often. DMS, they enjoy it. Oh, DMS, did you have a day preference for combo goblins? Or just as soon as possible? Perfect. Well, it'll be up tomorrow morning then. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Let me check if they fixed it. Viewer rewards, channel points. We don't want someone to have to pay extra for Shillionaire if they can avoid it. All right, it's fixed. Good stuff. Thanks for the poke, Gendy. Yep, apparently they've been adjusting their automatic word filters, and that one got lumped in when it shouldn't have. You can get Shillionaire if you already have it. In fact, Hoaglandia has had its first double Shillionaire already. The first Shillion's the hardest, chat. It's a 1-mana 4/3, chat. It's kinda disgusting. Okay, so we're hoping to draw untapped land next turn, so that way we can go Chem into Sacred Fire the 4/3. Actually just dead. Faceless Haven. Burning Hands, Valorous Stance, Absence, Brutal Cathar. Gatekeeper doesn't really block profitably here. I mean, this is a Scrollwielder matchup. It gives us more removal, which is nice. What's going on, Hamblin? Thanks for the almost 2.5 years. Welcome back. Hoaglandia is a well-developed country, Dark Confidant, so we have healthcare here. Cold weather suggestions. Have you tried never leaving your home? I'm a big fan of never leaving my home. Man, MI from Texas has got to be a little bit of shell shock. It's a big jump depending on where you're from in Texas. My basement's a good bit cooler than the rest of my house. I actually have this this black thing sitting here next to me is an electric space heater that I run a little bit off and on to get my office to a reasonable temperature. I can probably also put a sweater on, but you know, you gotta show off the grave rave, shit. Kill the beat and bring it back, you know. Yeah, I'll play another tippity tap land here. Rumplesmith, welcome back. I often say people don't quit Magic, they just take breaks, so welcome back into the fold. Oh yeah, car seats totally suck in the winter because you can't put your child in a large coat in a car seat. Feels bad, man. Remote start vehicles are a godsend. If you're in the subs Discord, my wife could post a picture of it if you tag her name, but we have what's basically a blanket poncho we put on Haley in the car. It's like this big blanket with like a head hole with a hood over it that's also blanket. So like you could buckle her in and like put that over her. And then you can just like reach under and unbuckle it when you get to wherever you're going. Does it come in an XL size? Yeah, like covers her and the whole car seat. We called ours the Cloak of Cold Resistance. That's great. Okay, so we'll wait for them to pay 3 life, and then will Burning Hands their target? They could have another Ranger's Guile here. Or Snakeskin Veil. Maybe because of Snakeskin Veil, I'm supposed to Valorous Stance. They cast another spell here, the Moonrager Brute flips back over. They just have another fight spell. Another fight spell is a reason to Valorous Stance as well. Let me just try and get this going. It gets a counter when it comes into play for each permanent you control with mana value 4 or greater. So it re-triggers when it enters. Oh yeah, that's true. This is an instant speed, so it didn't matter. That's a good shout. Surely they are now out of fight spells, says increasingly nervous man for the 3rd time this match, right? Yeah, Burning Hands is about to gain us infinite life here. Oh, is it only 1? Oh, okay, that's a good point. I genuinely thought it was 1 for each. Thank you for the correction. I'd like to gain 6 lives, please. This card is very good in the creature matchups, chat. If they have another fight spell, we're in trouble. If they don't have another fight spell, Scrollwielder's gonna take this game and put it away. It walks. 6 more life, please. Yeah, I'll just kill a big one. Part of me was wondering if I should be greedy. Well, Fateful Absence gives them a card. So I wanna use my removal spell that gives them an extra resource as late as possible. It's the TLDR. Buried. Solid card advantage at the top there. Just completely took over the game. But it's probably going to be a little bit more conservative with their fight spells in these post-board games, in these next game, knowing that this is a thing now. If you want the most American headline you're going to hear today, chat, Tennessee man holds up Little Caesars with an AK-47 rifle after being told his pepperoni pizza would take 10 minutes. Why do we need guns, chat? Can we just like, just for the love of God, just can we take the guns away from people? It's supposed to be hot and ready. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, I think we magic missile this one, huh? Oh, so we missed a land drop and we're dead? We'd have been in a really good spot if we drew a land there. We'd have been able to Burning Hands the Liberator and then Stance the Chariot. I guess we just pass. My body is ready to get Snakeskin Veiled again. Okay, so that worked. They have a second chariot. No second chariot. I'm really just subbing at this point to see the new sub icons. Thanks for the tier 3 protagonist. Appreciate the 39 months. Sag. Maybe we're just not allowed to have good games with this deck. This is what happened last time. I felt like our deck felt reasonable, but like we like missed a land drop or flooded. I was at 4 life Strange Journey. I was dead on board. I needed to kill 2 other things there. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I miss when turning emotes off made it so I couldn't click on my own thing either. So I didn't accidentally BM like that on occasion. I just get twitchy clicking the board and occasionally click this on another thing. The real quick, wait, I can double block. Wait, oh no, that would be terrible. This works how I want it to work, right? What a savage beating, chat. I cast Magic Missile. I've been shilling hard for 2 years and no shillionaire. Where's the trickle down? You only need 999,948 shillings. It's so cheap. The trickle down economy is working in action, chat. They did, Metsu. It is appropriately discounted again. That's true. You need something to throw your shillings away on. We're gonna be doing deck voting after we're done playing Burn. So get your avocado votes ready. How many times I gotta teach you this lesson, old man? missile. Should revisit red-white dragons. I'll put that on my list. Waiting for the day a non-sub gets Shillionaire. I don't think we've had any of those yet. Thanks for the follow, Magus. Yeah, Shillionaire is the reason why I don't do channel point gambling. I want everybody to have to work the same for their Shillionaire. That's true. If someone started saving up at the very beginning, they should be close by now. Getting close-ish. Yikes. Yikes! I think we're in trouble, fam. Yeah, it is unfortunate that YouTube doesn't count for folks. See, I'm telling you, chat, we're just not allowed to run well with this deck. Only the worst beats. Sacred Fire only does 2. It is not Lightning Helix. Oh yeah, not double, only one more. I think we're dead. I don't think Cemetery Gatekeeper is bad in this matchup because of the stat line that you mentioned. I just think it's worse than the other cards. So it's not that I'm unhappy with it. It's just that, like, I have better cards to bring in. Remember, sideboarding's not about having all your good cards in your deck, it's about having your best 60. gobble, gobble week. Christy and I don't have any big plans for Thanksgiving, so I plan to just be here all week for my normal stream times. Be live tomorrow and Friday too. Nah, we decided not to coordinate. Christy and I aren't cooking a big Thanksgiving thing. Oh, that reminds me, we should probably run and do grocery shopping today to make sure we have food in the house. Although takeout places are open on Friday, right? Chat, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. My wife and I eat an unhealthy amount of takeout because we are lazy millennials. Nesseral, thank you for the 7 months. Welcome back. Exactly, Silence. We just care a lot about the local economy. Well, you see, I'll never have that experience, RG Price, because Christy and I just don't look at how much we spend on takeout. If I don't know, it can't hurt me. I cast Magic Missile. We're attacking the Darko, chat. Magic Missile attacking the Darko. It's perfect. Couldn't have scripted it better. Every month is a mythic qualifying month. It's just what it qualifies you for differs. They were dead to Sacred Fire to the face. There was a Thalia in play. Let's cost 7 to flashback. No one drop here is very good for us since we're on the draw. Land. Land. They're down to 1 card left. If we can dodge them all, this guy claims we can dodge a ball. Okay. No Reidane? Oh, you know, maybe I'm just supposed to kick this and flashback magic missile there. Alright, this game is over. We're done here. Casting these now because they're use them or lose them. We played out the Brutal Cathar not only to exile their spirit, but also so we could put some counters on things with the Showdown triggers. Probably a little greedy. They have another Skyclave apparition. We could be in trouble here. Setting this to the dome and get a counter on something. No, this format's not really hospitable to kind of grindy value decks. About to be incredible, chat. Bloodthirsty Adversary is so good. Because these tech count as casting it. Good clean live in there. Similar to vampires, this deck's an excellent choice if you're looking to dunk on the mono whites. Alright, I'm gonna get one more good match in with this burn deck. We're gonna put up deck voting in the meantime. We're gonna do 2 historic decks and 2 standard decks. All right, I feel like hating myself for a little while, so vote between 4 mid-range decks, chat. Jundluris mid-range historic, red-black mid-range historic, mono-black mid-range standard, Esper mid-range standard. 10 minutes to vote. Can use bits and channel points to vote extra as always. A lot of good choices. Or a lot of bad choices, depending on how you look at it. Looks like red-black mid-range for historic and Esper mid-range for standard are our 2 early leads. Ooh, Jundluris isn't laying down, but red-black historic mid-range there is off to an incredible start. Yeah, I think Chad will probably be pretty happy with this regardless of the outcome. So, Rivals actually got pushed back due to some logistical issues. So the Twitch Rivals for Pokemon Unite will be next Thursday, actually, now. So, Samsung is the sponsor for the prize pool for Twitch Rivals for the Pokemon Unite. And they sent everyone loaner copies of... I do not get to keep the phone, which is sad because it's really nice. They sent everyone Galaxy Fold 3s to play the tournament from, because Unite is a mobile game. It's like a $1,600 phone, actually. They are not cheap. It's for the biddies, boss. I left it upstairs in the kitchen, otherwise I'd show it off. It's one of those ones where it's got a regular screen on the outside, and then it unfolds like a tablet that like folds up and goes into your pocket. It's real slick. Before I held one in my hands myself, I probably would have told you I would never buy a phone that folded up, because I was skeptical of the technology. But after holding one and playing with it, I think there's a good chance my next device is one of those. Yeah, it's sweet. Yeah, this is like the second or third generation for the folding screens, and it seems like they've got a good handle on the tech. It feels very sturdy. Yeah, I was concerned about the screen quality too with the folding, but it actually works incredibly well. Good stuff. Good stuff. Jeff, you didn't take long enough. It's illegal to fire off a lethal burn spell without waiting 10 seconds first. That's fair. I forgot about the golden rule of Magic Arena. Gotta go into the tank for a while. Did they die with like 6 cards in hand? Yeah, it's the best kind of card advantage. It looks like Esper midrange has risen up over red-black. Might be doing some more standard after this. 51% of the vote, 110 vote lead over red-black midrange. About five minutes left to cast your deck votes if you care and you haven't already. No one else can vote for Lurius. It's at 69 votes. Harsh but fair. Historic is the superior format. You know, my standard videos pretty consistently do better than historic videos for what it's worth. I like playing historic on occasions, like we're not gonna stop. Like they do, the historic videos do well enough, but standard's definitely the more popular format. I'm actually curious to see what sort I'm searching for. Our next open is very likely going to be historic. So I'm curious to see what our player count looks like for that. I feel like the older arena gets, the more potential there is for historic events to be larger than standard. Oh man, red-black mid-range has caught up to Esper. We might have a vote down to the wire here. All right, they tapped out, giving us a window to draw some cards here. Playing out the dragon into the Fateful Absence is a bold choice. Okay. Get you with the onboard trick. Our opponent is now clueless. Maybe I'm supposed to take a sorcery there, actually, to damage them in case they want to. Never mind, instant was right. It's gonna come down to the wire. Mono black mid-range and Esper mid-range are within 5 votes of each other here. And they keep trading the first spot back and forth. We have achieved 300% voter turnout today. Thank you to everybody who's taken part in Hoaglandia's democratic process. This is the part where I like to remind people that, remember, even if the deck you voted for does not win, we need to be a good loser. Just like I tell my 7-year-old, you have to be a good winner and a good loser. And being a good loser means no coups if your candidate loses, chat. That was an incredibly satisfying win over blue-red. Just like shoved them directly into the trash can. All right, we've got my 2 match highlights to post the daily deck video with this one. Can safely move on to bad mid-range decks. Yeah, I don't know. I really have any changes. I like the look at this deck. I think its core is very good. I think it's excellent into the white matchup. I think the green matchup's a touch hard, but I also don't think it's impossible. I think we ran a little bit bad in the match that we lost there. So I think if you're looking for a deck to play in this format, this is a very reasonable choice. By a margin of 52 votes, we'll be playing some more standard up next.